I'm going to get this live out um, early before it starts raining. It's a little early afternoon, late afternoonish here, going on 4, I guess. Just waiting on a few people to come checking in. I guess I'll do a little walk. Right now I have on my little Playboy jumpsuit. It's a short set that I wear at night. I got some tights over top of it because it wouldn't have been appropriate to walk outside with it. um, so I can't really see how many people are here. Um, hold on. Around, I have a lot on my mind this morning. Well, this afternoon. Um, I still look good, feeling good. But the worry is on my face. I know you can see the worry on my face. Um, I have, a lot going. I'm really not even going to come up here and even share it because, it'll be all, people will be nasty and comments. Would like to share what I'm going through, but people will be all nasty, make things what they're not, and then I'll be arguing, and I've been arguing all morning, so I just don't have the energy, and I don't want crying and all that. So I was supposed to check in yesterday, and I a lot of this started yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to check in. So um school school is rapidly approaching for a lot of us, right? And school is rapidly approaching for a lot of us. And so how's everybody handling that? I know here where we are, school is slated to start after Labor Day, like they always do. My daughter is going to be going to a school that I think she'll really enjoy. These are her last 2 years of high school. She has a lot of friends at this school. So I'm expecting her to have all of the little fun, high school things that kids do. I wish I could. Hold on for a minute. News. But I'll start off with the happy things. I start work on the 31st. I took all of my tests. I took my tests, my MMR, mumps, measles, and rubella. Did I say PPD? I said that. I took all of the tests. Now I start on the 31st. They were trying to get me to start. I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna vape through this. Hope you don't mind. Um, but some people say hi to me. I haven't, and nobody jumped out the bushes and said hi. I wanted to talk about some stuff, but if there's not going to be any interaction, then I'm just going to end the live because I kind of wanted some interaction and maybe some advice. So I don't want to cry. I don't want to get upset. But today's just a bad just a bad morning. Doesn't have anything to do with my mental health or anything. I'm fine in that aspect. I've been doing very well with that. all in all, pretty much all in all, I'm happy. But when things happen with your kids and stuff, that can weigh on you. So I'm going through something with Kayla, and so that's weighing on me. So if you see me looking sad and see me kind of like in a blah state, that's why. I also wanted to talk about another topic. Um, Yesterday I had put up enough is enough, but I had got busy and I couldn't do the live. I'm really serious. If I don't get a hello in 2 minutes, I'm ending this live. 2 seconds. If I don't get hey sweet pea, if everybody's just gonna be a bush baby, then I'm not gonna go live. I'm gonna hang up. Because there's no sense of interacting with myself. There's no sense of talking to myself. I'm out here in the country. As you can see, taking a walk. Got my hair pulled back in a ponytail. We've been on for 7 minutes. Hey, lady. Okay, she said hi. Hey, vampires of tomorrow. So there's a lot of people that I have a lot of friends that help me, and they look out for us. Hey, Miss T. And there's a lot of people that look out for us. This summer has been a summer that was full of ups and downs, but it was full of self-reflection. And this summer, I took a long look at myself and I began to work with my mental health and, to start getting my mental health in check. And so during that process, Kayla wasn't here. She was with her dad. And she missed me. I missed her. We went for a point there where she wanted to stay in Philly. And then she realized that, oh, I ain't gonna know how to ride the bus to school. Cause up there you gotta ride on the trains, the subways and all this. And she doesn't know anything about that. She's a country girl. So I go to church every now and then. I do have a church home here. It's a family church that all of us go to. And I am a member of that church. I actually used to usher at that church. I just kind of fell off. And I've been thinking about getting more back into church. So that's on my mind as something that I should do. But I don't even know if I should even talk about what is really going on, because when I do, I get a lot of pushback, and I get a lot of people that taunt me and make fun of me, and then they'll start up all these videos and say I'm lying and all this stuff. So I don't even know if I should even talk about what really happened and what's really going on. So I may not. You'll probably just see me crying and you're not gonna know why, So I'm probably gonna walk this whole stretch. I'm gonna walk this whole stretch. Hold on for 1 second, please. Go ahead. I'll show you something. It's so beautiful out there. The only YouTuber that goes outside. Let me show you. It's very beautiful. I'll show you the houses and stuff. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's a lot of properties. They're just spaced out and stuff. Our property is down the way, down that street. So I'll just, I don't care about people. Plenty of people know where I live. If they've done a lot of homework and looked at my addresses and things, I'm pretty sure they know where I live. I don't care. You know, I don't care. But yeah, um, it's a beautiful neighborhood. Yeah, it's gorgeous out here. It's quiet. The bus will be picking Kayla up out here. But so I'm blessed to be able to have a family home that is out here, and this is where I stay. One day I'll give you the tour of the house. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like a tour of the family house, so you can see what it looks like and see where I stay. See the part of the house that I stay in. It's not luxurious like a lot of these people's houses, but our house is one of the first ones. Like, see these, it's houses like this and stuff, people living, they got land, they living, you know. But a lot of these people came in and bought land that just owed taxes on it. So they were able to build nice houses and stuff. It's a small community. I was raised here. My family is like one of the families that helped start this township, like back in the 1917, like, way, way, way back, 1900s. Our family name is very well respected in this township. My uncle sits on the board of the township. So, if you wanted to buy a house out here, if I had the means to do that, I probably would just have to go to the township and throw some names around, and I could probably get the things I needed to, a nice little piece of land and buy it. And, it wouldn't be for free or anything like that, but, having a family name means something. But that probably won't be in the cards for me because, well, I can't say never, but I don't know. But as far as me, how I'm doing right now, I'm not in a good shape right now. I don't want to wear oh man. I'm just trying to be real careful how I come at this. So, because I don't want to, all I can do is just be authentic, right? And however people take it, they take it. Can you hear me now? She says no sound. Just let me know if you can hear me. So, let me know if you can hear. So I have friends that help me, and I don't want to wear them out, right? Everything, and don't get me wrong, everything is going so great. I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask. I couldn't ask for more. I could not ask for more. The sun is shining. Look at this block. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Look at these houses. Beautiful. Beautiful. These are all blacks. This is a black, and it's a melting pot. It's blacks, whites, Mexicans, everybody. But everybody takes pride in their land and, you know, gorgeous. It's all black folk. Gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's quiet. Right down the street, all the way down there. My uncle lives back up in those woods. He's got like a mansion back up in there. It's gorgeous, right? Very quiet. So we're going to cover a couple parts in this video. It's probably going to be all over the place, but my goal is to cover 2 parts. As you guys know, I went through a mental breakdown early part of the summer. I've been working to rebuild. I've been, seeing a therapist. I've been taking my meds. I've interacting with my life, taking control of the situation, working on my license, not driving until all of that is all of that is done. And I've been doing well. I don't like to talk about my grandmother's situation up here because other family members watch my lives, and I don't want to say anything that they might not want the world to know. So, my grandmother has some, medical issues. And I already told you guys, she has cancer. We found out that it's bone marrow cancer, but it's stage 2. She's doing very well. She's responding well to treatment. It's not something, we found out that, it's not going to just knock her down dead tomorrow, so it was very encouraging news. We went last week to the doctor. A better physician up in Camden, the cancer treatment centers up that way, and we got a better prognosis. So, so that's good. So, I don't know. I'm just not even going to talk about it. I'm just not going to talk about it because when I talk about it, people say, oh, she's just trying to make people feel sorry for her. She's just taking money from people. She's just a scammer and all this. So I changed my mind. I'm just not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to go for a walk. And I'm just going to go for a walk. Stormy Seas always spoke highly of you. Would you reach out? I don't know, reach out to who? I got to get my baby ready for school. And because I'm not working, I don't have money for school clothes. And, her dad, of course, he puts that over my head. And the whole thing, if I were to jump in the bed and sleep with him, I could have school clothes delivered. It'd be delivered at the doorstep. But I don't start work till the 31st, so I can't, And my grandmother, she has stuff she got to pay for. She's on a fixed income. So I'm trying to see if I can get some help from some of my family members to see if they can help with her school clothes and some of the things that she needs for school. And also, it's just a lot. And these teenagers, that stuff ain't cheap. So, when teenagers and you got people taking you shopping, why she got to get that? Well, that looks too grown. Or, well, how much is that? And, oh, well, we don't buy name brand sneakers. She gonna have to go get those ones over there at Foreman Mills. And then because it's not your money, you don't have a choice. But, and she's in high school. Like, so once again, it's the failure mommy. Once again, it's the mom that can't deliver because she doesn't have a job. And I've been doing so good trying to. I am a failure. I am a failure. I shouldn't even be in this position. I owe people money. The damn lady sending emails to my email about the money I owe her. Like that was supposed to make me be able to have the money any faster. I told her I was going to pay her when I got my first check. I still intend on doing that. But to go around asking my moderator, you going to drop a message in my moderator, I want the tea between you and her. There is no tea. Me and Nikki good. I just talked to Nikki yesterday about her situation, my situation. Me and Nikki are solid. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all that. She was going through things in her life, and every now and then now you see her pop back up in the chat. This YouTube ain't everybody's life. People have real things going on. So just because you didn't see her don't mean that we were on the outs. We never been on the outs. We ain't never going to be on the outs. That's my sister. But because you're such a vindictive person, you going around, you want the tea between. There is no tea, Miss Miles. There is no tea. And shame on you for trying to stir up the pot, trying to run around. You're supposed to be a Christian. You're supposed to be a God-fearing woman. You were all these things. And this is what happens with people like that. Soon as they don't get something that they think should be going their way, here comes the nastiness. Ma'am, do you think I did not want to give you your money? I don't have a reason to withhold you. When I had the money, I was paying you back. When I didn't have it, I didn't have it. I'm sorry that there's a time limit on how long a person should be going through something for you. There's no time limit on hard times. I don't know. I can't predict how long a hard time is going to last. I literally went days from 2024 up until now, went days of who's going to eat, me or them. You know how many times I went and got food for her and not for myself, food for Kayla and not for me, food for the kids and not for me, food for my pets and not for me. Things are working out. Things are going good. I'm not complaining. And I'm satisfied. But when little things like this, this is what makes me start feeling like I'm a failure. I'm 48 and I should be putting the key in my door of my own home. I shouldn't be living in the basement of my great grandmother's house. I can't even get my baby those school clothes. I can't get her hair done. And I'm gonna tell you, my friends, I got some of the greatest friends in the world. I have a friend right now. But I can't keep depending on her. She got her own life. She can't keep giving me Every time something go on, she can't just keep saying, here, I got you, baby, here, even though that's her nature. But she can't, like, I just be glad when I start working and I start getting my check, because I just feel like shit. I'm telling you. I'm not asking anybody, please, you don't have to give me a dime. I'm not asking anybody. I'm just telling you how I feel. Oh, she's crying because she wants people to feel sorry for her. She wants people to send her money. I don't want a dime. I'm just telling you how I feel. I feel like an object. I had this child with this man. Was not the only person to have a child with him. We made Michaela together. I just feel like a piece of shit. I'm crying about it because I feel like shit. I can make all the lists. I can do all that. I know to do all that, Barbie. I can do all that. But I also have feelings too. Like, I shouldn't be in this position. I should not be not able to give her school clothes. Like, I shouldn't not be able to get her hair done. And I was just speaking to y'all, just letting y'all know how I feel. That's all. A lot of times I feel better when my true supporters are listening to me. I can't keep knocking on the door of my friends and saying, hey, can you help with this? Can you help with that? Because it tires them out. It tires them out. So, I'm just asking God to send a miracle. Send down a miracle. My family's already putting us up. They're feeding us, you know. They're putting food in the house. My aunt is on a transplant, kidney transplant list. My grandmama's going through what she's going through. I don't, what I'm saying? I try to keep them as calm as they can be, not as stressed out. I don't want them stressed out. So, this is supposed to be for me and her dad. Now, this is the thing right here. Buying school clothes is a tradition, not necessary. She can fit her clothes from another year. She can wait until you have new school. And you know what? She's definitely gonna start out with some clothes that, when we were in the accident, all of my clothes, notice I've been wearing the same clothes, the same jumpers, the same this, the same that. I had about 6 bags of clothes that were in the trunk, between the trunk and the front seat. I also had a laptop that I was working from home with. When the car got totaled, they towed the car from the scene. They will not let me get my things out of that car unless I pay the tow fees. The tow fees are over $1,000 right now, from the time I was in the hospital from till now. The car itself is totaled. I've been battling back and forth with these people because not only are my clothes in there, but my laptop computer is in there, my paperwork, as such as my birth certificate, social security cards of all of us, all of our important things are in there because we were moving. We were in the process of moving, remember? So I was doing DoorDash that day and the stuff was in the back seat. and I was doing DoorDash to pay for the room. So we would have the $80 because it was $80 a day. So I was doing that to pay for the room. And once the room got paid for, I was going to unload everything and put it in the room. Once I got out of the hospital and I asked them, could I come get my things? They told me that I had to pay all of that money in order to just get my stuff. They won't even let me just get my stuff. I have to pay in order to get that stuff. So where am I getting $1,000 from? Don't believe me? Call the place. Make it imperative to her that he has to do it this time. He has no choice this year. He's got to get it done. Girl. You're right. I just feel like, how are men so easily able to walk away from their responsibilities? They're so easy to say, no, I'm not going to help you. No, I'm not going to do this. No, I'm not going to do that. And go on. I just don't understand it. And he's so nice. Like, in 1 minute, he's good. And then the next minute, he switches up. Like, I thought when he had Kayla, he came, took her down shore. I thought we was good. I went and spent the week up there. Everything was good. Now, he's at this point. He switches up so fast. Been arguing since last week about this. And that's why yesterday I was saying, when is enough enough? I don't even know now. But she don't have no clothes. So I don't know. And anybody knows that, you're a teenager. And then I feel bad because I'm like, she's not asking to go through this situation. It's my fault. She should be able to go with new clothes. Oh, and then people, but she can't. So she just have to get over it. Yeah, that's easier said than done. She didn't wear them before. We'll figure something out, I guess. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I'll take your advice, Bougie Barbie, and I will say all those things, and I'll do all those things. And I think the reason why people be like, but you don't know this man, you don't know this person, unless you walked in my shoes, unless you were able to experience him, then you will understand where I'm coming from with him. He's not he's very different. He's very wild. He's very arrogant. He's very abusive. He's nasty. Like, okay, Kayla was giving me an example of when they was together this summer. And when they had went and picked up Mike, Mike got out. So they had went and picked up Mike. This is just an example of his how volatile he is. So Mike wanted a bottle of water with his food. So when they pulled out from the line, they noticed that the bottled water wasn't in the bag. So he screeches around and comes back around the drive-through, and instead of waiting his turn, he jumps out the car, goes up to the window. Now, somebody else's car is already at the window. He goes up to the window, banging on the window. You forgot his water. You forgot the fucking water. And so Kayla and Mike is in the seat, like, stuck, like, oh my God. You forgot the fucking water. Now, the people don't know whether they want to open the window or not. So they open up the window and they hand him the water, which he snatches from them. Good job. The water from them, and away they go. He jumps in the car and scared out the parking lot in front of the kids. That's the type of person he is. He's just wild. You cut him off, you could be driving, somebody cut him off by accident. He'll jump out the car and standing in the middle of the road screaming after the car. What the fuck you cut? Like, he's just, one day we was in a laundromat and washing clothes in the laundromat. A guy was sitting on the chairs, and you know how the chairs are really, it's like a thin aisle. Y'all can't hear me? Well, my signal's terrible because I'm in the middle of nowhere. So, if you can't hear me, let me know. Were you able to hear what I told you about him jumping out of the car? Okay, if you didn't hear that part, I said they were at the McDonald's and the waitress forgot Mike's water. So instead of pulling around, going in the store and getting the water, he pulls around, still in the drive-through, comes back around, jumps out the car. Now there's a person at the drive-through already getting their food. He jumps out the driveway and he bangs on the window. You forgot the fucking water. You forgot the fucking water. So they hand him the water, and really they didn't know whether they wanted to open the door or not open the door. So they open the little window thing. They give him the water. He's screaming and ranting and raving. They give him the water. He screeches and pulls off out of the parking lot. Those type of things. Very embarrassing. He embarrasses the kids like that. They don't like that type of stuff. Altercations. Always wanting to fight people. Then one particular time, we was in the laundromat, and you know how the laundromat aisles are real thin. You can have a seat, a whole roll of seats, and then you got the dryer, those little old ones that you lift the hood up. So he was using that one. So it was a young boy sitting behind him, and he was telling the young boy, excuse me, I don't want to have my ass all in your face, so excuse me. So you know how young people, what you say, old head? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. And so he was saying, like, just go ahead, put your shit in the thing. And Carl like, well, excuse me, because I don't want my butt. And he just kept it going. So Carl puts his stuff in and everything. And so the boy was like, man, OG, you better go ahead, man. So I'm thinking everything over with. Next thing I know, Carl just picks the boy up by his shirt collar, and then just start punching him, just going into him, punching him. And somehow the boy managed to get, from up underneath his grip and start running around the laundromat. Carl is chasing them, just kicking them and beating them down through the whole damn parking lot, the whole damn laundromat. So his brother had a store. We're in Philly at this time. His brother had a store, like a nightclub type store, right up the street. So I jump in the car and I go get his brother, and I'm like, you got to get down here and get him. You got to go get him. He's in there going crazy. He whooping on his boy. So his brother grabs his little piece or whatever, and because he ain't know what he might have been running into, So he goes down there and he's like, Nene, get off of him, get off of him. By this time, the boy is bloody. I mean, he is soaked in wet. He did this in front of his kids. Like, this is the type of volatile. He's very volatile. And that's the kind of anger and aggression that I didn't want Mike to grow up around. So that's why, as Mike started to get older, I said it's time for me to go, because I don't want Mike to be like this. Now, Mike, I'm not going to say Mike is not volatile, because Mike does have a temper. Mike has a temper, just like his dad. He will fight. He will go off 0 to 10. But I didn't want him to think that's how you're supposed to be a man. So he does know how to compartmentalize it. I will say he's not a bully. He don't just go around picking on people, but he can defend himself. But those are the things that I don't want, my kids thinking that's okay. Like, that's how you handle your business, by beating people down, controlling people. So these conversations that we have about what needs to be done, she needs this, she needs that, it ends a lot of times in chaos. It ends in arguments, or I have to do an exchange in order to get something. We're at the end, we need to do school clothes shopping. And I have no way. I have no money, And every money that I do get, if I borrow money from somebody to do, it's always for something. Oh, I'm in a bind. Can you help me do this real quick? Can you help me do that real quick? Grandma needs medicine real quick. It's never, for me, it's never, let's go shopping. Like, now I have to get the money, getting that all together. So I just woke up this morning feeling like shit, because it's Saturday. We're getting closer to school clothes. And, she keeps asking Mommy, when we going to go school clothes shopping? I call Carl. Carl, when you think we're going to be able to do the school clothes? That's all the fuck you call me about is money. You always call, but you ain't calling me. And you running around with them nasty ass niggas. Like, my dating life or anything I was doing in my private life don't have anything to do with your daughter. So I meet a man, hey, you going to help me take my daughter school clothes shopping? So Mike is, remember Mike had to go back to he turned himself back in, because remember, he went on a run because he was tired of the program. Mike is now out. He got out last week and he's in a halfway house. I told him the best thing for him to do was to be in a halfway house, to start his life over on his own and become a man on his own, so he can have his own place, eventually step out and take care of himself. He don't need to be living with his dad. The same talk that I have had with Faye, I've been talking with her about that all summer, that she needs to start making strides to get a job, to start saving, to get on her own. Because when me and Kayla move from the family house, we will be getting a 2-bedroom. We will not be moving into a 3 or 4 bedroom. I will not be supporting the other 2. I only will be supporting Kayla. So that's a rule that, that's something that we've all talked about and discussed. It's time for them to move on and venture out and take care of themselves. Yes, Mike is out. He does not stay with Carl. He's in a halfway house. And he has a job interview. And one of the boys in there is doing some type of construction project, and they needed an extra man. So Mike went with them yesterday, and, just to do some work, because Mike will work. Mike is very resourceful, so he wants to take care of himself. And I told him that's the best thing, because you'll be with your dad for a little while, and then y'all will get to arguing, and then there to be. So it's not that Mike can't come stay with me. It's not that I wouldn't want him to be with me, but I think the best bet for Mike is to be on his own, stand on his own 2 feet. If you have the opportunity to go through these programs and they can give you opportunities and funding and all of that, you need to go that route, and that's the route he decided to take so he can be on his own. So, I feel a little lighter. I feel a little lighter, letting this all out. I'm very excited about my job that's coming up. Um, but I wanted to talk about my title yesterday, Enough is Enough. So I know everybody knows about C. Miles and the computer that she bought for me. She bought a computer in 2024, I believe, out of the kindness of her heart. I've never said anything bad about her. This was at a time when I was up on my feet. Everybody knows it. I was living really comfortably. Did walk for 2 years on the bus and was able to finally buy a car. I was at that point in my life. So everything was going good. Evan, I believe it was Evan or one of the cats, somebody did something to the computer. And this was at the time where I was trying to transition over to true crime, and I was doing my hair products, and I was getting some momentum with my content. So I was devastated that my computer was down. I wasn't going to be able to record and stuff like that. So C. Miles offered to buy a computer. I did not ask her to buy the computer. She offered to buy the computer. Now, when somebody offers to buy you something and we make arrangements that you're going to pay it back, in that time, you feel as though you're going to be able to pay it back because you have the means to pay it back. So when I had the means to pay it back, I can't remember because it's been 2 years. I don't know if it was $100 I gave her back, one payment, or if it was 2 payments of 100, or if it was only 100. I don't remember because so many things have went on since then. I don't remember. When I wasn't able to, hold on. Telling what happened. There's no way I can get out of there's no way for me reason to lie. Right? She offered to buy a computer. I was like, yes, thank you, because I needed the computer. I did a video showing that I went to Best Buy. I spent every dime on the computer. I did an unboxing video of me unboxing the computer, all of that. When it came time to come paying back, I gave her a payment. Literally, right after that, all hell broke loose. Mike got arrested. I believe this is all of these things, these snowballs start happening. Things after things after things after things started happening. I was in communication with her, letting her know that things, I don't even know if I sent the first email or she sent the first. I'm not getting all into the specifics because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure she could go through and dig through and find communicate. I'm pretty sure she could do all of that. However, I can't. I don't remember. I'm a content creator, a mother, a worker, a grandchild, an aunt. I'm a lot of things, and I don't have time to sit down and remember every little aspect of YouTube. So when people say, "Oh, see, she didn't say it. Remember that part over there?" Y'all be so meticulous on how people say stuff, so they must be lying. I can't remember YouTube and every little piece of thing like that. Okay? So we had a conversation way back then about how the money was going to be paid. I believe I gave a payment. As things started snowballing in my life, I haven't been able to pay the lady. And to be honest with you, there was times I forgot all about it because of all the stuff that been going on in my life. That's the honest truth. I forgot all about it, wasn't thinking about it because I don't even have the computer anymore. Not only do I not have the computer anymore, I think I mentioned it in a video that Evan knocked the computer down when we were trying to move our stuff into the new house. So I'm like, Evan, I got to pay for a computer that you done knocked down. That wasn't her fault. The computer still need to be paid for. Still willing to pay for the computer. We have communications and email where I'm telling her, things are just tight. I'm sorry. But as soon as I'm able to, I'll give you the money back. Then at one point, I got another job. I thought that I would be able to make some type of payment. So I think I laid out a plan as to how I can get the money back to her. I don't even think I had that job for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. That was a job gone. And I think it was because it was all the way out in Mount Laurel, some damn where, East Giblip, as to where I was living. And I think my tire blew or something kept happening with my car. And they were like, you know what? You have a lot going on in your life right now, so we're just going to let you go. I did not have any intention on not paying her or ducking her. Anytime she emailed me or anytime she was saying anything to me, I would attempt to try to pay her. I think one time she asked me for, and I really didn't have it, but I sent her $100. I've been trying to go back through my archives and look through things, but because I've been going through so much, I haven't sat down and looked for it. But it really didn't matter to me to do that because I know I owe her. It doesn't matter whether I pick apart when did I pay for it. The bottom line is I owe her the money. And I told her I'm going to pay you the money. Now, most recently, I know she's seen all the videos that everybody else has seen. I will go for months from not hearing from Cheryl. It's not like she will send me a message every day or every week. I will go for stretches at a time not hearing from her. So when people say this woman really needed her money, she really needs her money. You got her money and she really needs her money. I'm pretty sure she needs her money. We all need our money. But she wasn't sending me messages every day like it was a dire need that she needed her money every day, every day. She was not doing that. And any time that she did send me a message, I responded to her. I was never ignorant. I was never smart. I was always apologetic because I do owe her and it has taken me a long time to pay her. If I was having an intention on not paying her, I could have did what I just did last week, which was block her and keep it moving, never to be heard from again. Do you think I care about her going to YouTube, doing videos, or dropping in people comments, talking shit about me? No, because all that has been done to me. So much has been done to me up here on this YouTube that I'm jaded by it. I don't, it doesn't hurt me no more what people say because I know the truth. One thing about me, I don't take money from people and grift and try to get over on them and say, ha ha, I got the money and run off into the sunset. That's not me. If it was, I wouldn't have been communicating with her. I communicated back and forth with her. Now, last week, when she contacted me, prior to last week, the last conversation I had with her, she threatened to go to YouTube and tell everybody about our conversations, any little thing that I told her in private, all the stuff I was going through with Mike, different things that I needed help with him, all kinds of stuff. As a single parent, when God sends me a friend or someone is helping and I believe is using as a vessel to help me, I don't expect them to throw up private things that I've told them. I don't expect them to go to YouTube and tell those private things. That means that all the stuff you said to me was fake. Because in a minute that it was an opportune time, you used those conversations to try to publicize them, to try to hurt me. What does that have to do with the money? So last week she started emailing me nasty emails, trying to coax me into a back and forth. While I was live, she sent me an email, which I didn't see till after I was live because I can't see my emails while I'm live. She sent me an email and it said, drop the link. So while I was live, she must have wanted me to drop the link. I'm not dropping no link and go back and forth with anyone. Why would I go back and forth with you on YouTube? For what? Over something that we have, something private that we got to do. Now, I'm going to tell you, a lot of people would be like, I'm not giving your ass nothing now. Because now you have made this more than what it needed to be. It should have just been between me and you. It didn't have to be between me, you, and YouTube. Because if I wasn't planning on giving you money, I wouldn't have gave you any money. I gave you what I could afford. There's someone that helped me pay my legal fees. I have given them almost $800. You're not the only person that has helped me, that I have a contract or have something to pay back. I don't stiff people for money. And the way you was coming at me was ridiculous. So because she was hurt, she wanted to argue with me back and forth. She wanted to trade insults. So I blocked her in my email before I told her, listen, I am not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to trade insults with you. And even with all the things, you should have seen some of the nasty shit she said to me in that damn email. I didn't publicize it. I didn't take it because all of the things that you said have nothing to do with me owing you money. And what I'm going to do, I told you on the 31st, when I get my first check, you will be paid. And I'm still going to honor that commitment. But as far as anything else, you are not welcome in my chat. You're not welcome anywhere because there was no need. All my hair products she bought, they were shipped to her on time. Now, I had a hard time with her or Jamaica thing. It came moldy because I didn't quite perfect that, recipe. But the second one that I sent to her was spot on. And she was happy with it. She never had no complaints with that. Everything was always shipped on time. But when I started going through mental health things and a lot of stuff started happening in my life took a nosedive. And as far as being able to pay her back, I had every intention on paying her back because at the time I had a job that permitted me to be able to pay her back. You don't know when you're going to lose your job. I didn't know I was going to go in and lose my job. And from then on, I have been going downhill. You can watch my videos. From that point on, my life took a nosedive. For almost 2 years, I've been suffering. I've been going through a lot. So you think I created all this chaos just so I wouldn't have to pay you $700. But the only part I don't fault her for wanting her money, for asking for her money. Some people say you didn't really need that money, Cheryl. It was 2 years. You didn't need it. But it's not for me to say that. It's not for me to say what she needed or what she didn't need. It's really not. I don't know what's going on in her personal life as it's her money. He had a right to ask for her money. Whenever, however, how often. But don't try to pin it like I wasn't trying to give it to you, like I was ducking you or whatever. Anytime you reached out to me, I responded to you. But this last exchange, I did have to block you because you started getting ignorant. You started trading jabs. You started going low. And I'm not doing that with you because there was a point where I liked you and we were good. So when I like somebody and we're good, those are genuine feelings. I don't know how y'all are so quick to be able to start talking about people. That means that you never liked me from the beginning. That means all that shit that you saying now, that always was in your heart. So what did you give me the money for? You never liked me to begin with. What was your motive of giving the money? Because you thought if I wasn't getting paid, then you'd be able to come do a live like you said? To threaten somebody to go live, that doesn't threaten me anymore. Everything that can be done to a person has been done to me on YouTube, which is why my mental health took a decline. I've been through hell and back on YouTube, hell and back in my personal life. Do you really think that anything that you could do to me on YouTube is going to make me have the money any quicker? That's not going to make me come up with the money. Oh, Cheryl went on so-and-so's and she did an interview. Let me go get this money from the bank. I don't have money in the bank. Oh, Cheryl said this. Let me go dig it up out the backyard. I don't have it. But when I get paid, I will give it to you. So now I had to block her. She cannot get through to my emails because all of the nasty emails that she was sending me. It was inappropriate, and I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm not about to be going back and forth. Business-wise, I said I will give it to you on the 31st when I get paid, and that's what I plan on doing. From now on, anybody want to buy me a computer or anything like that, I will not be accepting those type of gifts. Cash apps, helping me. Oh, here, Sweet Pea, I'm going to donate some money towards Kayla's school clothes. Stuff like that, fine. But big things, computers, stuff like that, no, I'm not doing it because I can tell that people's motives are not true. Because if your motive was true, you wouldn't have ran to YouTube. This was between me and you. This wasn't between me, you, and YouTube. I'm not perfect. I did a lot of bad things in my life. My personal life. Nothing on you because y'all don't have nothing and said, okay, I'm running into hard times. This is how I'm gonna have to try to do it. I'm sorry, but it's tight right now. Like, I've kept her up to date. Plus, she watches my videos. So she sees what I'm going through just like everybody else sees what I'm going through. So to come to me right now, when I just said, I'm gonna just ask somebody this. I want to see a number 2 in the chat. If you agree, was this the right time to think that I had $700 to give somebody? These months of seeing me going through a nervous breakdown, being in a mental institution, taking mental health meds, was this the right time to think that I could pay you $700? Does it look like I could have paid anybody $700? Put a 2 in the chat if you agree. What time? Put a 2 in the chat if this was not the right time. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I had $700 to give her. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for Kayla. We got 1 more week left. I got to get school clothes money together. I don't start working until the 31st. People say let her wear the let her wear the clothes that she had already to go starting school in. Yeah, that we barely have any clothes. All her clothes is in the damn back of the car that they done kept and won't give us. That girl got about 3 things that she can wear. Of course, if she has to do it, she just got to do it. But, you know, we don't have anything. And when I said this morning, I just feel like a failure because I can't even get my daughter no school clothes. She gonna need sneakers. She gonna need her hair done. Her hair's matted from the damn, and I don't even know why he would keep getting them fucking, I told him about getting them passion twists, them hair hanging out, because it always gets matted. It always gets matted, and he keeps doing it anyway. And I feel like she picked this time, like all these times she been watching me do videos. She picked this time where I'm on camera, going through nervous breakdowns. People see me spiraling out of control. She picked the time where I said, where you could see the light at the end of the tunnel. You could see me starting to do better. You could see me rounding the corner to then start this shit. That's not nothing but the devil. But I have said this multiple times, I did make payments. I did make a payment. I think I made like 2 payments when I was able to. Where did you get that from, Bougie Barbie, that I didn't make any payments? I did make payments. A bank won't loan something to you for credit reason wise. And I have also been working on my credit through this time, getting things organized so that once I start working, I can start doing the snowball effect and paying my credit down. There's going to be a lot of things that once I start working are going to start changing because I've planned out a lot of things. Right now, I'm just still right at the beginning of it. It's still going to be hard because I don't have any income yet. But once I do get income, I expect things to change very quickly because I'm here. Thank God I don't have any bills that I have to pay. So I'll be able to get out on my feet pretty quickly. Oh. Okay. Okay, Bougie. And the thing that bothers me about this damn YouTube is that these people do not know me. It's only a handful of people on here that actually really know me. And you can go way back in the beginning of my videos and see I had it all together. My equipment, my house, my bills, everything was in order. I had top of the line equipment. I had equipment that a lot of other people didn't even have. I was doing shit that people wish they didn't even know how to do. Backgrounds and programs and documentary style videos. I started the shit with the Tasha K transcripts from court. That came from me. Nobody else was doing that. I started that. And can't nobody say otherwise. I came out with the transcripts. So when I came up to YouTube, I used to have a different hairstyle every week. I used to have a different hat on. My shit was together. My shit was in order. I hit a rough patch. This is not, this Sweet Pea you see right now is in the middle of a rough spell. Yes, you did. You did a damn good job too. Like, so anybody that know me from the beginning of the days knows that I'm going through it. So there shouldn't even be no questions asked. Like when I say, you guys, I'm down and out right now, I just need a little bit of help. You could look back and see where I came from as to where I am right now. It's definitely been a big change because it's been a lot going on, and it all had to do with my mental health. I wasn't checked in. I wasn't paying attention to the spirals. When I left Carl, I moved. It was like I just kept going. Things started happening with me in trees. I just kept going. Meanwhile, I was falling apart. And I was expecting people to be there for me, people to help me, people to help pick me up. Now, there were a lot in my community that did. And then there was a lot that started listening to the op, started listening to other people, coming up with their own theory instead of looking at the truth. People hit rock bottom. Some people, are quicker to bounce back than others. And some people, it takes them a while. As far as Cash Apps, the Cash Apps do help because they feed us. When people send us Cash Apps, they feed us. And the things that I say that I do with the Cash Apps, that's what happens with them. I don't know what y'all think, but I don't get hundreds of Cash Apps. I don't have people that just sit back and send me Cash Apps all day. So everything that I have support. One or two people behind the scenes. This live thing right here, don't give me Cash Apps. People watch me. They watch. They don't leave this live and donate. So that's a misconception. That's one thing I want to tell you as well. I don't know. I think people think, oh, I say, a Cash App. Can you send me a Cash App? Oh, yeah, we need Cash Apps. Or I need this for this. Soon as I go live, get off the live, ain't no bing, 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 Cash Apps come through. No, it don't. It be a supporter, one person or two people that deal with me on a regular. Those be the only people that send me a Cash App. I don't have 23,000 people sending me Cash Apps. So that's a misconception. That's why when I see people say that, oh, she's grifted, I do not get Cash Apps I can turn my Cash App on and show it. I don't get Cash Apps like that. I don't get hundreds all day where I can live off of it. If I did, I would live off YouTube. I don't even get an AdSense check. My numbers ain't numbering like that no more because I don't go live anymore. Yeah, I don't come up here and soon as the live is off, my Cash App is full. Nah, it don't. I don't get Cash Apps like that. I don't get Venmos, PayPals, none of that. I have to reach out to my friends and supporters and say, hey, can you help us with this? Or sometimes I have a really good friend. She will send me a Cash App without me even thinking, without me even knowing. And then there's times where I've been in a bind and I can ask her and she'll help. Then I have to be very careful not to wear her thin and stretch her out because she has her own bills too. And I don't want her to feel used. I don't want her, all of these things is what goes on through my head. When I ask it be because I really need it. I'll never ask nobody for money if I don't need it. I'm going to take y'all in the basement to where I'm living. Y'all want to get a perspective as to how I'm living? I'm going to show y'all how I'm living. That's what I'm going to do. How many people, raise their hand, how many people want to see how I'm living right now? I want to see that was anybody curious wanting to see my living space. If I get at least 5 people, 5 or 6 people, if I get a nice show of hands, I will show where I'm living. Because I want people to get, I'm not embarrassed. I want people to get an eye opener as to how I'm living right now. Since everybody thinks I'm using their money to live high off the hog, and I'm a liar, and I'm just I want to see. Do people want to see? You want to see where I'm living at? Well, my friends say no because they don't want people to make fun of me. See, they see how y'all are. I am in a basement area right now. I cleaned the entire basement out. I have an area for, it's a washer and dryer down there. I have an area for my bed. My pets are down there. I have it curtained off where they have their side of the basement, and I have my side of the basement. So that way they don't venture to my side. So I'm living in a basement. It's warm, it's clean, but it's an unfinished basement. It's not like, it has sheetrock all up on the walls and it's pretty. And I was going to try to finish it and get it to that point because they started it, but they never finished it. So, it's an area down there where it's comfortable, you know, but this is where I'm living. This is how I have to live. So my people say no. I was going to show it to you, but they said no. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to figure out what I can do as far as her school clothes. And I don't know. And my grandmom, she's on a fixed income. She's got her own, I had to help finagle money to do some things that was needed for that, so I just woke up this morning, just again, I'm going to always have those days. Some days I wake up, it's good. Some days I wake up and it's not so good. But today was one of those days. I'm like, how am I going to get this girl these school clothes? Call her dad, and it's the same shit. So, all right, Toy. Okay, Bougie. I don't know what can I get in pass if I pay. I don't know what that means. I just want to be on my own porch. I just want to be in my own yard, pulling up in my yard, cooking my Sunday dinner, hear Kayla in her room on the phone with her friends. My dog running around out in the backyard. That's all I want. It's like, no, I don't start till the 31st, Barbie. Which is why I'm feeling like shit, because I'm not going to have no money to get my baby's school clothes. Her hair needs to be done as well. You know, she had those in all summer. So I got to start taking them out. And then say, well, what about this relative, that relative? Don't work like that. Everybody's relatives are different, child. I called my dad. My dad, he said that his truck broke down. Sent me $25. $25 he sent. Guess we can get some pencils. A book bag, maybe. Right, Barbie. I know I'll get it back. Which is why I'm just out here walking, because I don't want Kayla to see the look on my face. You know what I mean? Because she's a Capricorn. So she's a good reader of what's wrong. And then I never want her to feel like it's her fault. It's like, mommy failed again. Like tomorrow, Sunday, you drive by those custard stands, you see all the families out with their family. And I always be, when you be people watching, and I just look at them and be like, damn, I bet you they not struggling. I bet you they got all their bills paid. Because I made all the dumb decisions in the world. I just made stupid decisions, dumb decisions at the time. Fast decisions, thinking, the one smart thing I did with the restaurant. That was the smartest thing. Then I said, well, Kayla got sick. Carl had to man down the fort, pay the workers, and he couldn't even do that. Came back, the whole damn shit was in a shambles. I probably might have been opening a Sweet Pea Soul Cafe number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbie. I got money and a job, but my health is starting to struggle. I fear if I can make it to retirement age sometimes. I know fear too. I know that's right. Yeah, I can imagine that, because when we get to a certain age, they say that's the type of stuff we start thinking about. What's coming after this, and dying and stuff like that. We start thinking that. When you're young, you're fearless. You don't think of those things. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. Sorry if I'm not saying anything, y'all. I'm just trying to think what can I do? I don't want, oh, the grifter for money, grifter for money, grifter for money. So, but I definitely, when I get paid on the 31st, I'll send Cheryl her money. Because I went through a whole thing of like, I ain't sending her ass shit. She want to be smart and be all in my comments, going live. You want to threaten people and you talking all this shit. And then I was like, I got to give this lady her money. And that was all in like a minute or two. Like I thought that in a minute. It was never a doubt that I was going to pay her though. Her talking shit ain't got nothing to do with me paying her. You know what I'm saying? That's just her feelings. She's going to feel how she going to feel. I'm going to feel how I'm going to feel. She feels she's right. I feel I'm right. But the ultimate all boils down to the money has to be paid. So I have to pay it. How she went about it, I don't appreciate it. But I'm going to pay the lady her money because that's who I am. I get so sick of people pointing at me that I'm this person that I'm not. But I used to try to keep browbeating it. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. I'm not. But I realized on YouTube, I can't make people see anything but what they want to see. They're going to see what they want to see. So it is what it is. But I'm happy about the job that I got, because it'll give me a chance to put my skills to use. I've never been bad at getting jobs. It's easy for me to get a job. Thank God for skills and you know, being able to get a job. So I'm blessed and I'm thankful in that department. I'm just tired of being broke. And after this, I'm getting back on my saving challenges. Now that I'm going to be able to be staying with my relatives for a little while, I don't have to hurry up and run out and get a place real quick because that's something that I've done all the time. And then I just put all these bills right back on myself. So I want to take my time, pay off the stuff that needs to be paid off, get some savings, and, utilize my envelope system and really track my finances while I have time to do so and try to map out a plan because it's still not too late. I still can purchase a home. Yeah, the outcome. What thoughts are you having that you can do for money? Are you able to do layaway for the school clothes? I think one more. I don't know. I don't know if Walmart does layaway. I remember James Way used to do layaway. I don't know. I don't know what I'd have to check and see. I don't know. But we'll see. In some ways, it'll work out, I guess. Whatever. But I always go back to the failure, that I'm a failure. That's all. Like, I just was on this high. Like, I'm doing good. Everything's going good. I got a job. And then after dealing with Carl today, he's good at making me feel like shit. I'll look into the layaway. Yeah, I kind of figured that AC that they don't do layaway, but I'll check on it. But I know they used to do it for Christmas, but I don't even know if they do that anymore. So I'll check. A lot of places don't do layaway anymore because people don't come back and get the stuff. So I'll check and see. And then like a lot of these little stores, City Trends, those type of places, I have to be careful with the clothes I buy for Kayla because she's top heavy, and I don't want her shoulders are kind of broad, and I don't want busting at the seams, because some of those clothes are kind of cheap, and so it's all good. Hey, worst come to worst, you just have to start late, huh? Have to wait till I get my first check and she just start late. I don't know. You still got to get that head done. Got to get that head done too. And them damn braids. And really, I'm gonna put the braids in. I'm just gonna have to put the braids in, cause I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I don't like braiding her hair because her hair is really coarse. She's got really pretty grade C, and then them sides, it'd just be looking kind of coarse on the sides when I try to grip it. And them Africans know how to put that gel stuff they use and do them knotless braids so it don't look so bad. But I don't know. Yo, I know about TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I ain't worried about y'all. It ain't the point of where to go. They gotta have a Lucci. we know where to go. We got to have a Lucci. We got to have a Lucci. We gotta have a Lucci. Gotta have a Lucci. Gotta do that church dance. Got it. Gotta have that church dance. Woo! Oh God. We gotta have that church dance. Yep, all those places. Yeah, we can go to all those places. Somebody send us a nice little check for $200-300, and we'll go right there. Joke, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna get up off this live because it's just making me feel worse than already. I just have to sit back and come up with a plan. But I just wanted to vent, and I just wanted to talk about this enough is enough thing. Like, I don't care about what people say about owing the money. I'm gonna pay her. Her doing a press conference, or her asking Nikki, I want the tea on what happened with y'all. Girl, there is no tea. Me and Nikki don't have no tea. We good. Didn't you just see her in the damn comments the other day? Me and Nikki talk behind the scenes. She has a private life and she has things going on in her private life. Me and Nikki are good. We're going to always be good. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all lowlifes this. Jumping in her damn comment section of her videos, asking her, I want the tea. There is no tea. You a grown ass woman running around talking about tea. You're a grandmother running around talking about tea. Tea. Do you hear how you sound? People going through everyday life. If you knew what Nikki was going through right now, but I'm not going to put her business out there, but her and her husband are going through hell right now. And for you to drop in her fucking comments talking about tea between me and her, there is no tea. I'm being supportive of my friend just like she's being supportive of me. And right now she needs all of the prayers that she can get. Her and her husband need all the prayers that they can get. Not somebody miserable ass person asking for tea. That's ridiculous and disgusting. That's all y'all think about is gossip. People are going through real life. And you talking about tea. Nikki is a real friend. She is a true friend. She's somebody that I can count on day in, day out. I'm somebody she could count on day in, day out. If she needed me to drop everything and fly to where she was, I would. And vice versa. She could pick up the phone and call me at any time of the night. And she has done so. So for you to worry about there being any tea, I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but YouTube is not everybody's life. Just because you don't see them here doesn't mean that they're going through something with somebody. They're going through something in their personal life. This is an app. This is something for entertainment. And you guys live on here like this is your life. I am a content creator and I come up here and I share what's going on with me. And yes, I ask people, can you help me? Because there's some people that are better off than others. And I'm asking for help because I'm asking those people. I'm not asking people that are like me. I don't want you to give me your last and you're struggling just like I'm struggling. I'm asking for a donation or a seed to be sown by people that are well off. Like when you go to a church and a millionaire or somebody pays for the groceries. People like that. People that don't have a problem giving. I don't want anybody that has money that they have to pay for their bills to give it to me. So please, public service announcement. If you ever donate to me or to anyone else, don't give your last. Don't give money that's for your bills. Don't give money that's for your hip operation or your surgery or your children or anything like that. Give from the heart if it can be freely given. Do not give and it's going to put you in a bad position. I don't ever want anybody to say, fuck what I got going on because I'm going to give it to Sweet Pea. Don't do that. Leave me in the ditch and take care of yourself. You come first. You come before me or anyone else. But unfortunately, the world we live in, this is what you have GoFundMes. You have all kinds of crowdfunding things that they've invented for people to try to help and give money. And in a way, it's a good thing because people really are in a bind and there are wealthy people out here. Unfortunately, to say it, but it is true. There are people out here with money that me and you will never see. So to ask, I'm asking because I don't know. Closed mouths don't get fed. You never know who might come across your video and say, I want to be a charitable help. I want to, give to this cause or give to this person or something like that. You never know who would want to help. I'm not specifically telling you to give me your rent money or any. No. No. When the audience that I'm talking to, 9 times out of 10, they don't got nothing just like me. But I want them to see that when I make it, they can make it. Wow, she was just right here and she was able to make it. 9 times out of 10, when I ask for something, it's always going to be centered around my kids. It's always going to be centered around something that we need to do, something that I need to do for them, something that needs to get paid so we can eat, live, drive, this, that. You'll never hear me say, can y'all send me some money so I can go get my nails done, so I can go get, or maybe if it's my birthday, yeah. But just on the regular, I want to get my hair done. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. I got to pull back in a ponytail. You don't hear me saying, can you pay for me to get my hair done? Can you pay for me to go get an outfit? No. I'm walking around looking like shit. But when I said, we don't have no money, I got to get Kayla's school clothes. Her dad talking about coming and doing fellatio and all this shit. And I'll be damned, I'm not doing all that for no goddamn school clothes. So now I just wait the next best thing. If God is the person that he say he is, I know he's the person that he say he is. He'll make a way. He will touch somebody's heart and Kayla will have the school clothes that she needs. That's just how I look at it. But I know on the 31st, I'm going to work. I don't know where their pay period is falling. I don't know how that goes. If it's going, but it'll at least be 1 week's check. I could start working to put aside money for bills, tickets, things that I have to start paying down. And I'm telling you, I wrote down an aggressive budget because enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of going in circles. I'm tired of being here in this same place. I'm not going to be here no more. I'm not going to be here no more looking pitiful, looking homely, looking like, begging and pleading and needing help. And I'm not going to be here this time next year. I will not be here. I will not be here. I won't be in the same spot. I learned a lot this time. I won't be here this time. This time next year, y'all, I will not be in this situation. I'm headed back down my street. I don't know how many miles that was that I walked, but we walked for 1 hour and 4 minutes. I don't know how long that was. Yeah, I'm Gen X. We gave our kids too much and made it look easy. Yes. They think that, all you got to do is ask mom. She got it. But my kids are starting to learn that it's not like that no more. I don't have it. And it just hurts me. It hurts me though, because I usually, oh, come on, Kayla. We usually been got school clothes out of the way by now. And every day I'm looking stupider and stupider. Looking dumber and dumber every day. I don't know, Barbie. I think somebody's trying to ask you how to help. I don't know how they would add their card. I don't know. I don't know, child. I'm so tempted. I've really been wanting to do content on my house and the basement area and how I'm living and show how, I get things together in the morning and how I cook and stuff like that. So you can see where I come from and where I'm going. But people will probably make fun of that type of content when it could actually help a lot of people. I don't even know how to do Amazon wish lists. I have to. I'll look into that. I've never had one of those. I hear people talking about it all the time, so I'll make one. Yep. As soon as I get off of here, I will make one. Here's the outside. This is the outside of the house. This is all, this part of the land over here, somebody's buying. But this area from right here is my grandmom's all the way over. She used to have a pumpkin patch, sweet potato patch, everything right here in this little area right here. It would go from, it would start like right here all the way back to that big tree, this little area. You can see that this is still hers because it's not cleared out. So all the part that's not cleared out is hers. From this spot all the way over to that house is hers. And then all the way in the back. This is all hers. It all starts right here. And then it goes all the way to the back. All the way. This is how far her land is. This whole area. See, from the house all the way back there. You see that house, that gray house back there? That's my uncle's house. We used to walk. Me and my cousin used to go back and forth for spend the night at each other's house. And then that little patch of stuff over there is the neighbors. And then we have a back patio right here. This is our back patio. But I'm down in the basement area. This is the front of the lot. I don't know. I figure I'm trying to come up ways, figure what to get for her. Quick $200, I think, and then I don't have to get her hair done. I could probably try to do it myself, but she'll have a fit. She's going into the 11th grade. You know, she want to look, you know, she don't want to look like we've been through. She don't want to look like we broke. I'm just tempted to keep her home until I can get her straight. But as far as that C Miles thing, C Miles is going to be paid, and I'm not doing any more content about it. Y'all know I changed a lot on YouTube. I used to explain myself a lot. I don't explain myself no more. It is what it is. I asked my people if y'all could come up with $200 to help me with Caleb for her school clothes. You can send it to my Cash App, my PayPal, my Venmo, please. I'm not even asking for you to help get her hair done. Passion twist, we all know she likes knotless. That's going to be about $180. I'm not even asking to do that. I'll just have to braid the hair myself. I don't know how to do knotless braids, but I'm just going to throw some braids in her hair. If she don't like it, oh well. I just have to do the next best thing. But I'm trying to get up $200 at least to start her off with a week's worth of clothes until I get my first check, and then we good. I can get, I'm good after that. That's what I asked her dad for. Y'all already know what that is. And at any other time, I probably could get something from, I just don't want to say too much about my grandma because other people watch this. So I can't really call out why I can't do certain things with other relatives because I don't want everybody hearing about it. I don't want no uproar. Damn, I had to hear about it on YouTube, so I try to keep that to myself. Right. So if you're doing her hair, right. So she needs sneakers. We already know. And she's going to need a couple outfits. She just can't have one. She's in the 11th grade. So that's why I said I will do, if someone could help out with that, if we got a whole bunch of donations and it equaled up to that, great. But I can't get the hair done because that's too much to ask for. I be trying to be, I'm not trying to, I just even hate this whole shit. But I be trying to do it the right way. I don't know. Just thank God y'all don't have to do this type of shit. Cause I'm telling you, once I get this job, get on my feet, y'all not gonna be really seeing me too much live. I'm getting back to, bring my equipment back upstairs. I'm trying to figure out a room to do. And if I am live and I don't want to have to ever ask y'all for nothing. I want to be able to give back. I want to start looking for ways to give back. Y'all know how much money you guys have given me and have helped me and it's like, Sweet Pea, y'all always be saying it. Sweet Pea, we going to ride with you till the wheels fall off. Sweet Pea, we'll give you anything that you need. We got you. We got Kayla. That's our little niece. But it's embarrassing to keep asking y'all. It hurts me to keep asking y'all. Y'all got families of y'all own. Y'all got shit y'all going through yourself. And I be trying not to, I be teetering. I don't want to sound selfish. I don't want to sound selfish. And I don't want to sound like I don't care about your issues. Because I do. So as soon as I'm able to get on my feet, anybody that I can give back to, I pray y'all ask me. The first person asked me for something, please, I'm going to broadcast it, that they asked me for something and I was able to give it to them. I want to give back so bad. I want to give somebody something so bad. I swear. God, the first thing I'm able to give back. Oh my God. And I want to just I want to have where we have during school, we able to give back a school drive. During Christmas, we able to bless a family with a Christmas, Thanksgiving, anything. I just want to be able to give back because y'all done came through. Thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars has been given to me and my family with no questions asked. I just really want to, I just do. When I start on the 31st, and then this job is a job that I could retire from. I don't have to worry about they're gonna fire me. They're, because of this or that. It's a job that's state funded, and I don't have to worry about being fired. I don't have to have a target on my back. They know my history, they know my past, and they accepted me. Do you know how blessed I am? Hey, Rena. You know how blessed I am for a job to know my past, to know what I've been through, and still take me as an employee? I can't wait to be able to give back. That's why I said, guys, please, if you haven't given me anything else, I'm trying to raise $200 for Kayla. I figure that's enough just to get her some clothes so she could go to school. I'll do her hair just for the couple weeks. It ain't gonna last, but I'll do my best. I'll let y'all see it too when it's done. I'm gonna give her some individuals. The best I can do. They not gonna be knotless because I don't know how to do them. And then they want 180 to 210 for knotless. I think it's like 210, 220 for knotless braids. Y'all know how them Africans is. But I'm not going to ask my audience, okay, y'all, I need y'all to pay for her hair. All I'm asking for is, please, if we could take up a donation to help her for school clothes, because we already know she starts school. She starts school the week after September. I don't start working until the 31st of August. I'm not going to get my first checks in time for her to get school clothes or a hair done. Now, I got to go in here and I got to take all them braids out because her dad had the nerve to have them people use synthetic hair on them goddamn passion twists. Now, you know it's stuck together. It is all stuck together. Like, why would you do that? Why would you get passion twists and get that shit and now it's all matted? So I have to get on, and I'm so afraid I'm gonna have to cut. I don't want to cut her hair. So I got to get that out. But I'm going to do her hair. I just need to get her some clothes and some sneaks. So cause she's going to a new, she's going to be in the 11th grade. We want her to look pretty. And y'all know she already has a self-esteem issue. So we trying to, make sure she is looking pretty when she go back to school. I called her dad today. Y'all already know what I was met with. We don't even have to even discuss that again. This weekend has been a lot of money being used for prescriptions, for fingerprints. I had to pay for my fingerprints this weekend. It's a lot of stuff I had to do. But it's all in the name of, not this weekend, but this week. It's all in the name of getting to that next level. But I swear to God, once I get on my feet, I'm going to be looking for so many ways on this channel to give back. Give back, give back, give back. Because I'm telling you, y'all been here with me. I know it starts the day after, the week after Labor Day. I know. I wanted to take her school shopping. I would like to be able to take her school shopping. I got to get down there too. That was another thing. I got to pay to get her. I had just paid to got her birth certificate and her social security card. I now have to do that again because when we got in a car accident, all of the remember we were moving, so all of the bags, I have a laptop computer in there. I have about 5 or 6 bags in there that are in the trunk. All kinds of things. They will not let me get my shit out of there. They say I have to pay for the tow fee from it being towed from the scene in order for me to get my things. I don't want the car because it's totaled. Well, you still got to pay in order to get your things. I said, I didn't ask for the car to be towed. Well, how do you think the car was going to supposed to be towed? It got us. It couldn't just stay at the scene. Ma'am, I didn't even know my tail from my face. I got pulled away in an ambulance. I didn't tell y'all to tow it. They did. So why aren't they paying for it? Why isn't the city paying for it? We talked about Yuri. We talked about the Cheryl situation. You're a little late, but as far as Cheryl is concerned, me and Cheryl have a history. This is something that y'all are just becoming aware of. I've already given Cheryl a couple payments on this computer. It wasn't like I ditched Cheryl and I never paid Cheryl. Whenever I was going through ups and downs and I wasn't able to give her money, I let her know. And this last exchange was so nasty and volatile that I had to block Cheryl because she wanted to trade insults. I've never once said anything back to her, insulted her, or anything because I think she's a beautiful woman. I told Cheryl on the 31st I start work. When I get my very first check, Cheryl will be paid. When I said that, I don't know why it couldn't just stop there. I don't know why she feels the need that she has to go and drop comments and go do videos or go do this. She threatened me with going and doing interviews. That's not going to make me have the money any faster. Everybody needs money. Everybody is going through a situation. But this, what you fail to realize, is 2 years old. This is from 2024. When she lent me the money for the computer, it was her idea. I did not ask for it. It was something that she volunteered. I'll give you the money for the computer. Doesn't matter who did what, who asked for what, whatever. The point is, I owe it to her. And I told her, soon as I get paid, I will give it to you. She said, oh, well, you keep saying this. You've been saying this. You kept saying this. You did. Da, 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 da. At the time, Cheryl, ma'am, my life has been going up, down, up, down. Mike was in jail. Mike needed money for this. I had to pay for his fines, all types of stuff. All his taxes ended up going to it. So that money I couldn't give her out of it. There's been so many things going on. I make no excuses for it, but I wasn't ducking you. So now that things have calmed down, I'm home. I don't have to worry about bills because them bills, being a single parent, them bills will wear your ass out. So now that I'm home and I'm stable at this house, when I get my first check, Cheryl will be paid. All in the meanwhile, I also had a bill from a legal matter we all know about. That was $1,000 that I had to pay someone. I gave them $800. So in the meanwhile, I was paying Cheryl as well. It's not like I don't pay my bills. I pay back. So to come at me nasty and doing all that, it just really wasn't necessary. So I told her, I told you when I was going to pay you, I'm going to pay you. Going to the internet was a bad idea, but I'm still going to pay you. And after that, we have no more dealings. I have a matter of fact, when I was doing my envelope stuffing, I can go in here right now. Matter of fact, and I have an envelope that has her name on it. Now, you remember how long ago I created those? I had every intention, an envelope is saving to pay for her, to pay her. The debts that I owed, I had different envelopes with names written on them. So if I wasn't intending on paying, do you think I would have had that envelope? Yes or no? If I wasn't intending on paying her a year ago or maybe 8 months ago, when I started y'all remember I was doing the envelope challenge. Do you think I would have had an envelope with her name on it if I wasn't intending on paying her? If I was if I was intending on paying her, do you think I would have had that envelope? Put a no in the chat if you agree. Hopefully my battery doesn't run dead. I'm walking up to the house to get these envelopes. It was no need to do a video. No need. If I wasn't intending on paying you, I wouldn't have had an envelope with your name on it. Wasn't nobody's envelope filled up because at that time I didn't have the money. And I'm like, okay, I was starting to was gonna start getting my finances in order. So I start mapping everything out. Let me get this shit. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the box. Kayla got a package today. I know. All right, my battery might die, but here's my little box. And as far as accountability, I talked to this woman in emails countless times, and I took accountability. I don't see how you can't take accountability. You owe somebody, you owe somebody. It's just point blank. So these are all my little savings challenges things. You know, you guys remember I was going to be doing all that. So, okay. Looking for my debt binder. Hold on. This one is like low priorities, birthdays. Let's see. Debt binder. Okay, you see this says debt binder. My legal debt. So I didn't put the names. I just put the initials. This says back rent. It went dead. Sorry. So what I was trying to show you was this. Sorry. So you see, this one says legal. Back rent. B girl. That stands for the person it's owed to. I just didn't want to put their whole name. So B girl. Cherry. And then my best friend. And best friend told me that I didn't need to do, and she knows who she is. It's Nikki, not Nikki. She said she didn't need to, but I said, yes, girl, I am going to. So this is her envelope. So who does everybody think Cherry belongs to? Cheryl, okay? So this was her envelope right here. So what does that tell y'all? That tell y'all? That tells y'all was dead, but it's gonna die. But I just wanted to wrap that up. The shit fell from under my ass and it kept falling from under my ass. And I know it just may seem like come on, you can't possibly have those many things go on, but unfortunately I did. Have those many things go on, but unfortunately I did.